Hello students, welcome back. Today I am from the St. Joseph Composite PU College. Okay, so myself Madhavi and Madhavi Ekatoti MSc Biology. Now we will discuss about the remaining other topics which are included under the heredity and evolution. Okay, now we will talk about the heredity and variations in the sexual reproduction. In previously we have discussed about the how this all taking place and what are the things are appeared in that everything we have discussed. Now let's talk about the variations. Variation is very much common in animals and also plants which carry reproduction by the sexual means. So the organisms which are carrying the sexual reproduction they show so much variations. That is what the point here. And the organism which are undergoing the asexual reproduction, they do not show variations. So the reason for this is the sexual reproduction is biparental, means there is an involvement of the both male and female organisms. That is why it is biparental, and offsprings receives some traits from one parent and some traits from the other parent, so that from the male as well as the female parent. See, for example, in our human body only, every cell is having the 46 chromosomes. That means from the 46 chromosomes, 23 from the mother we are getting, and also 23 from the father we are getting. That means here we are very strong enough, right? So interbreeding of closely related individuals reduces the occurrence of the variations in the offspring produced by the sexual reproduction. So that is how variations and heredity are showing the characteristics based on the sexual reproduction. Now next we will see earlier views of the heredity. That means previously how scientists were thought that, so how does the reproduction takes place, how and what are kind of variations are taking place, and how this all things happens. So that is how everything will take place. That is what we need to talk about it now. Now different theories have been put forward to explain in what physical form the traits pass from the parents to the offsprings. So they are just kept one theory only to explain how the things are happening and how does this all made, right? The first theory is that vapor theory. Vapor means, as you all know, that when you boil the water, automatically some vapors will be moving out of the bowl, right? That is vapor. This theory was proposed by a Greek philosopher, that is Pythagoras. He states that each organ of an animal body emitted some kind of water vapor, and that a new individual was formed by the combination of these vapors from the different organs. See, that was very old method. They just thought that some vapors are coming out from the body and those vapors are only giving the new organisms. But is this correct, students? But that time no, everybody thought that he has some idea. So moist vapor from the body of the male and also development of the embryo is taking place and in uterus of the female. So 600 BC time it was the BC means before Christ, everybody knows that, right? He is the name Greek philosopher Pythagoras. In the 1600 BC it was given. But now students, everybody know that what is happening and what are the things are happening. But that time he was a scientist. Okay, let's talk about other views. Next one is fluid theory. Fluid theory is another Greek philosopher, Aristotle, 384 through 322 BC time, stated that men's semen is highly purified blood, okay, and human's menstrual fluid is the female semen, which was not as pure as a men's semen. So that is what the given by the scientist called as philosopher, that is Aristotle. But exactly to talk, it is not actually correct, right? But still they tried their level best to confirm that how the life started and who has given the life. Let's see. The two combines during the intercourse, and female semen provides substance of the for embryo formation, and male semen provides from and vitality of the embryo, and this is called a blending theory of the inheritance. That means they both together combine and they are giving the just semen and male semen and also female semen combining together. But this is not exactly correct, students. 350 BC time before Christ this was given. thought that the semen has some vitalizing effect, and considering it as the highly purified blood. According to him, the mother furnishes inert matter, and the father gives motion in a new life. So this is what it is given by the scientist student. So Aristotle was given the fluid theory, Pythagoras given the vapor theory. So next we will see pre-formation theory. This theory was proposed by the Anton van Leeuwenhoek, who was the first to observe the human sperm. He called them as an animalcules. Right students, you can see that sperm is the one which is having the basic nature, and human nature also it is having. But the thing is that he identified it, but he said that it is animalcules, but it is not the exactly correct one, right? So it is not the thing also to be confirmed that. So somehow it is happened, and see that the organisms have evolved like this. This is not the correct thing also, right students? I hope you are getting. So until now we have discussed about the theories. One is vapor theory, one is fluid theory, and one more is pre-formation theory. So by this you come to know that no scientist has given the proper idea also, and no other thing I have explained. Next we see that only he says that each sperm has a potential to develop into a new individual. That is exactly how he is coming to near us. But when introduced into the human's womb, where it could get nourishment also, that is also correct only. This theory was rejected because it failed to explain inheritance of the maternal characters by the offspring. So we have not got any clue or any information from the Leeuwenhoek that he stated just sperm enters into the female body and it gives the new organism. Just like that he has given. But he has not explained about the inheritance. That means how the characters are transferring, either from the mother character or father character, who is giving. Those all things have not been explained by him. That is why it was not accepted by the scientist. So understand students? Okay. That is how things have taken place here. Okay. Now, next one more theory, that is particulate theory. Okay students, now fourth theory, that is particulate theory. A French biologist, that is Maupertuis, okay, proposed that each animal produces minute particles for reproduction, and new individuals is formed by them, and also is formed by the union of particulates of the two parents. That is particulate theory also he said that. What is particulate theory? According to them, what is happening here, you see. And here he says that semen is the one produced by both the parents, contain many tiny particles, he said that. So it contains tiny particles and it is producing from the both the parents, it seems. During copulation form the embryo. This is the first point. Each organ of the embryo is formed by the fusion, and two particles produced by both the parents. This is a characteristics given by the particulate theory of the Maupertuis. Okay, this theory was also not up to the point. Okay, we have not accepted. So next, then the famous English naturalist, that is called Charles Darwin, forwarded the theory of pangenesis. This is the next one, for the inheritance of the characters. He assumed that tiny particles called pangens or gemmules are the ones by his word are formed in the various parts of the body and migrate to the reproducer. That means he is telling that from the body, egg, gemmules and development of embryo takes place. Gemmules nothing but generally we hear in the bryophytes, right? So gemmas are the ones which take place. But here also we see pangens or gemmules are the ones takes place by the reproduction. Hence the house springs to guide formation of the respective parts also will be taken place, students. So this theory was given by the pangenesis was given by the, and Darwin's theory of pangenesis given, and also Charles Darwin explained about everything, okay, and he also says that it is the one which is giving the importance. Okay students, I hope you got all the points. Next class we will continue. Thank you.